Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Play It Aloud. And tonight we're playing Williams Arcade Classics Loud. Why are we playing Williams Arcade Classics Loud? Because, frankly, I've left this to the very last minute and I have very little else to show you tonight. I just thought this might be a fun one to look at. It's, I got it a while ago when I began doing work on a feature called Retro compilations, which are retro compilations so old as to now themselves be retro. And this is one of the earliest I could find that I would classify as a retro compilation, recognizable as one today. It came out in 95 and 96 on every system of the day, so PC, PlayStation, Saturn, Super Nintendo and the Mega Drive. And yeah, it's got 6 Williams Arcade Classics. It's got Defender Joust, Robotron 2084, Sinister, Defender 2, and Bubbles, which was only on the CD versions, so PC, Saturn, and PlayStation. Don't worry, Super Nintendo and Mega Drive owners, you didn't exactly miss out on a classic, but it was a fun little game. Okay, let's have a look at some Robotron. I want to say, first off, the emulation in all the versions of this is excellent. I mean, obviously, the games are from the early 80s. It should be excellent. But, yeah, it's really well done. The PC version brands itself as the Digital Arcade, which Digital Eclipse have apparently felt the need to trademark. And it works very well. The emulation is superb in all the games. They all run really well. As I said, they are all really old and they should run really well. The one thing I don't understand is the scan lines at those option screens. For some reason they decided to put scan lines onto those. The games themselves aren't scan lined. They're all crystal clear. And if there is a video option to put scan lines into them, I can't find it. Robotron has a thing about color cycling and to prevent snow on your monitor. I didn't know that was a risk. Let's pump in some coins with the Q button. And watch me suck at Robotron. I'm not a very good Robotron player. And it crashed. Why'd it crash? Oh, that's ominous. Let's try this again. Williams Arcade Classics. Show you off the very nice title screen. Come into the Digital Arcade. For some reason it's divided into a front room and a back room. Precisely why the games... Some of the games are in the front room and some of the games are in the back room. I couldn't tell you. Let's try this one more time. Hopefully get a bit further this time. There we go. I've got to say that's the first time I've had it crash on me. I am not a very good Robotron player. I'm not a very good twin stick shooter player in general. I don't like doing different things with, like, I'm going to get this word out. There's a real disconnect in my head between the actions required for me to move and shoot, and so I end up standing still and blazing away when I would be much better off moving and blazing away, and so things like that happen and I get shot. This is not going to be an impressive look at Robotron, I just want to say that straight off. But it's going to be a look at Robotron. Does anyone know what I'm doing wrong here? Oh, there we go. My first exposure to... Damn it. Let's try that again. Anything like Robotron was in the Jeff Minter's Llamatron, which I seem to remember having a copy of. There's a great DOS game. I think it was probably originally on the Amiga. Oh dear. Or actually knowing the Yak, more likely the Atari ST. Yes, I know that was a very inelegant piece of Robotron play. You should see me play Geometry Wars Galaxies. There's a game called Audio Beat? Something. I can't now remember what it's called actually, but I've been trying to play it recently for PC on Steam because it lets you use your own music, and it's crashed again. Robotron has crashed again. Oh dear. Alright. The gods are telling me not to play Robotron, and as you've seen my skills, that may be for the best. Let's try one of the other games, shall we? Joust. I was never any good at Joust. Oh well, we'll give it a go. I mean, clearly I was never any good at Robotron either. Keyboard preferences. Oh. I don't think I'm going to do any better whatever the keyboard preferences are. Let's try it out. I really, yeah, I've got to say, I did want to show this off using a joystick. I could not get, for some reason, I just couldn't get any joystick functions to work in it in DOSBox. I don't know what it is. I've got joysticks in nearly all of the rest of my DOSBox games. Cannot get anything to work with this. Anyone knows any reasons that might be? If I'm missing an update patch, whatever the case is, yeah, let me know. But yeah, so this is Joust. It's jousty. You ride an ostrich and get killed a lot if you're me. You ride an ostrich, you try to knock down people on eagles. You've got jousting sticks. You've got to run into them from above, because if you run into them from underneath, as I keep insisting on doing, they hit you with their jousting stick. So you got to do that. Catch the orb. The lava pits become an issue, but only in later levels. To be honest with you, I always got along a bit better with Balloon Fight, which is a Nintendo take on the Joust concept. Which, I don't know if I was ever any better at it, really, but I always felt like I was better at it. In that one, you got to fly around with balloons, which appealed to me. Oh! I walked into that one. One more life. Let's see if I can at least finish the second wave. Got him. No survival points awarded. Probably because I didn't survive. Oh, there goes the bridge. If you, oh, yes, yes! Come on, baby! This is dumb luck! Oh, that game is over. Thank God. So yeah, as you can see, as I said before, the emulation is really good. I love compilations of retro games like this. I find them appealing on several levels. Yes, I came 39th out of 40! Yeah, baby! I find old compilations of retro games quite appealing. This is when this sort of market was finding its feet. And they did some interesting things with it. Rather than just give you a dull menu, they at least went to the effort of making this little digital arcade thing. There ended up being a whole series of these. 2 Williams ones, or a Williams and a Midway one, and 2 Atari ones, nearly all of which only came out for the PlayStation. They're all worth checking out. I mean, they've all been surpassed since by far superior compilations. But, yeah, I mean, if you're a retro gamer yourself and you want to see how back in the day we did retro compilations, this is kind of fun. It does insist every time, however, on mapping all the controls to the letter keys. I don't get it. Yeah. No. Let's try this. WSX. I've got to say that this is not going to be pretty anyway, because I've never really been able to play Defender. So no, I really don't know what I'm doing. I can't even go sideways. I think I've forgotten what the controls were. Hold on. Let's remap this to something that makes sense. Up, down, reverse. Okay. Reverse, thrust. Hyperspace can stay as space. Let's make fire control. And Smart Bomb C. There we go. Still gonna suck, but now at least I'll suck while looking vaguely like I know what I'm doing. There we go. Oh, yep, see, I told you. I might have flown into that, but at least I flew into it. rather than just letting it passively hit me. So yeah, this is Defender. Never got the appeal of Defender, killed someone, game has crashed. It's just terrible. So I'm discovering a lot of issues with this, actually. Not the least of which is that whatever my DOSBox config for it is, it doesn't seem to like it. Just going to show off one more game. Oh, actually no, I'll show off two more games. We'll look at two more games provided the game doesn't keep crashing on me. So let's start with Sinister. Let's see what the controls are mapped to on this. Okay, that I can deal with. Let's excuse me, sorry. Terribly rude of me to cough at you. Let's map that control to that, and muted the mic that time. And let's see if I have any better luck with Sinister. So, oh yeah, when you put the coin in, it even says, like it did in the arcade. Sinister was a big one for speech. This one and Wizard of War was another one with lots of speech. See, this is a bit more my speed, I've got to say. The controls are a little less complicated than something like Defender, which is just a little too complicated for its own good. I don't have that weird disconnect that I get with Robotron. Although I've got to say that never bothers me when I'm playing Smash TV or Robotron on a console where I've got two proper D-pads. Oh crap. Mine crystals to make Cinnabombs. At the moment I'm just shooting little red guys. Oh shit! Ooh, sorry. Crept up on me. See if I can get the Sinister up. And then we'll have a look at Bubbles. It crashed! Oh my god! This game is crashing at every opportunity! Okay, not much of that. We're going to try and get the Sinister up, and then we're going to call it a night, because this video is 12 minutes of utter disaster. So this is, of course, one of the problems occasionally you get with DOS games, is DOS games have quirks. And one of them is they don't always work properly. And, yeah. This is also showing I probably should have tested this more thoroughly. I did play this game before. I tested it all out. And it all worked. And I am now showing it off. And it's all crashing on me. It's just baffling. So, Bubbler, you want to collect stuff in the sink. Oh god, I hate spiders! You want to collect stuff in the sink to make yourself big, so you can then consume bigger things. So yes, the larger you are, the larger objects you can consume. Up to, and I believe including, the nasty giant spiders. You can also hit them with the pitchforks if you absorb the witches. Don't think too deeply about this, I want to say. It's pretty trippy and weird. Oh, I hit a scrubbing brush. I find Bubbler really enjoyable. I first discovered it on, quite appropriately, the Midway arcade treasures, and it's crashed again. Oh my god. I'd sing something for you to make up for all the technical difficulties, but I think that would just be disappointing. So instead, let's call it a night, I think. Try and get it up one more time and just play a little Bubbler to finish. I'm really sorry about all the technical difficulties with this one. This will teach me to do this so close to upload time. We'll be back on Friday with something a lot more organised. I find something very zen-like about this when it doesn't crash. Oh, you know, there's nothing complicated to it. You're not going around shooting anything. It's really just, you know, you're a giant bubble. You eat things. You try and stab things, but it's quite unwieldy. It's just, yeah, you know, except for the giant spiders, which creep me the hell out, I find it all just very relaxing. Same way I kind of find kicks relaxing. You know, that screen dominance thing. You dominate the screen, and all your problems go away. So yes, bubbles. I did keep calling it bubbler, didn't I? No, it's bubbles. Yeah, I don't know what the first thing you absorb is, and it's crashed again. I think we'll take that as a sign. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Sorry for all the problems. I hope you've had a wonderful time. I'm too tired to be doing this.